Katie Widner has our report.
With elections out of the way, a variety of other issues confronting the state have risen to the forefront. Most apparent, the multi-billion-dollar budget deficit.
With numbers like 21 billion, you're talking about getting rid of pretty much a lot of what the state does. So you're talking about letting a lot of prisoners out of jail. You're talking about turning away 50,000, 100,000 students, no longer providing welfare benefits. Or you're talking about large tax increases.
Stemming from the California budget deficit are concerns in the area of education, the environment, and immigration.
Immigration is a federal matter. Quite honestly, Jerry Brown could do nothing about immigration. And he would be doing everything he should be as governor of a state. Immigration is a federal concern. It's very clearly left to the federal government in the U.S. Constitution.
One of the things that's happening in post-secondary education is we're increasingly seeing outside sources of revenue, but the federal government is going to be cutting some of that, so Brown is going to have to navigate his way through post-secondary education and primary and secondary education.
Up until recently, at the CSUs and UCs and the community colleges, you didn't pay tuition. You paid fees because they were supposed to be tuition free.
This higher education system are knowledge builders. They are at the cutting edge of research, and they will produce the knowledge which will improve the economy.
There's a lot of problems going on with education that aren't just related to pay of teachers, to paying enough teachers. Class sizes are a problem, but some of the facilities are a problem. The teaching methods we're using might be a problem.
Currently, Californians are seeking to protect the environment, but we're not adding the $18 user fee for the state parks and recreation sites. I think it all really comes back to the budget.
One thing that Californians can keep in mind is that the looming state deficit is a little bit deceptive. Experts say that California is not that far off pace with other states who were hit similarly by the recession.
Look at Nevada, look at Florida. These states have been hammered by this thing as well, but they're not as big as we are. So they don't have numbers like 21 billion. They throw up numbers like 10 billion or 5 billion, and it seems like less of a problem. But with 1/5 of the people to pay for it, it's just as big a problem as it is for them as it is for us.
We have to start thinking about ways to save and thinking about ways to generate revenue.
Trade is a major issue by which we can improve our economy. Tourism is another. We have historically been very strong on tourism.
Pensions are always up for grabs, and that's certainly on the table right now.
The 21st century is a fast-moving century, and so we have to be pioneers, we have to make breakthroughs, we have to be innovative.
I think he's a different Jerry Brown than he was in the 1970s, and I think Governor Brown is probably the most likely to succeed in this, having the experience through state and local politics that he's had, and a run for president. He understands politics probably better than anyone, so he's the best to champion all of these issues, but he faces a really uphill battle.
Reporting for OC Insight, I'm Katie Widner.